Just check it real quick, see if everything's up and running. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Berkat Kodash.
Also, double honors to the apostle and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the brothers out there who preach his word in all truth and in all sincerity. Can you get David 2nd Ezra, where a man shall desire to go into one city and is not able to? Because I think Elder Malcolm posted it, where right now in China you have, 400 million Chinese people that are on lockdown right now?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Quarantined.
Yeah, it's not giving you the true numbers about what's going on with that at all.
All right, and that's martial law, man. All right, due to this coronavirus situation out there. All right, you got it,
It's 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
And all right, and that's happening right now in China. Okay, and that's going to come here to America at some point. All right, it's only a matter of time before these things come here. All right, you see, everyone, is walking down freely, up and down, State Street, Michigan, wherever they're at, thinking everything's cool. And then within a moment, man, life can change, okay? And that's what happened to these Chinese people, man. And that coronavirus, got pushed, it spread, and now look, 400 million people are on lockdown right now. Okay, that's a lot.
Yes, sir. This is Luke chapter 19 and 43. For the day shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and shall compass thee round about, compass thee around, and keep thee in on every side.
Yup, and that's what Esau is gonna do. Okay, he's gonna declare that martial law. He's gonna have all his military be around these cities, man. Every so-called exit point, best believe there's gonna be some type of checkpoint, man. All right, by the bridges, on these highways, on these main roads. Okay, they're gonna have things on lockdown, and they already got everything mapped out perfectly. They know all the from your oceans to your lakes to your rivers to your creeks. They got all that on lock, man. Okay, they mapped all this stuff out, so they know everything. All right, hey, the scriptures talk about how Esau's made that diligent servant, man. All right, even though Esau's a complete moron, all right, when it comes down to spirituality, hey, but carnally, hey, this man is brilliant, man. It talks about how he's a cunning hunter. That's one of the traits of Esau Edom. He is a cunning hunter, and he's gonna hunt these people down, man. All right. Anybody got a scripture?
Yeah. That's in Lamentations. It says they hunt us. This is Luke 21 and 20. Luke 21 and 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Yeah, and we know that Jerusalem is a people before place. And yeah, that was talking about 70 AD, but that's gonna happen again, man. All right, Esau is gonna compass the Israelites again. He's gonna come down with that great wrath, as the scriptures talk about. Was that Revelation 12 and 12, man? And the reason why he's doing that is because he knows that he has a short time. All right.
That's about it. You got that?
It's Lamentations chapter 4 verse 18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets.
Yep.
Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
That's right, okay? Hey, this man, is like I was saying, man, this scripture saying, was it Genesis the 25th chapter? Esau's a cunning hunter, okay? And once that martial law is declared, he's gonna round you people up, man, like animals.
Yep.
Like animals, okay? It talks about how the Lord's people are sheep to the slaughter, man. All right, and you 2/3, you're gonna be put to death in these camps, man. You're gonna be tortured, okay? Like, you're gonna probably have experiments placed on you. All right, you're gonna die terribly. But see, but for the elect, and we're gonna Lord willing, we're a part of that. We're going to survive all that. We're going to get, you know, the Lord's going to shield us and protect us, have that hedge around us, man.
It says, when the enemy shall come in as a flood, then Yahweh Shah shall
Yes, Isaiah
Lift up-
55.
lift up a standard for us, man. Hey, and I always like to use that as an analogy for when a woman water break, man, because we're talking about the birth of a nation, man. Okay, and when the Lord's gonna come, when that flood comes in, you know, when a woman's water break, that's when the birth pains hit even harder, man. Those contractions, man, and everything brothers are talking about are contractions.
Got that, Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
So hey, man, that's what we're hoping for, man. To be because the scripture says if it was not for the Lord, then the proud waters would have gone over us, man. And these people are gonna they're gonna want blood, man. Hey, just like in the past, man, you had big niggas with big ass garments, big ass turbans on, claim to be priests, and at the end, what they said, we ain't got no king with Caesar. They did not. They revealed themselves. Like nigga, you was never really Israelite. You was a Roman the whole time.
Yeah, they right, because they were in it for filthy lucre's sake and for gain, for posterity. They want, you know, that they were in those positions so that they could keep the goodies that they had in Rome, man. And all of a sudden, here come all these damn disciples and these followers coming with all this truth and shit. Here y'all come with all this truth and shit. They're messing us up, man. You know. So ain't nothing changed, man. As a matter of fact, if we could go to Psalms 109. Yeah, just start from the top. Just start reading that.
All right.
Because when you read Psalms 109, that is basically a prophecy of what's about to happen to us. As a matter of fact, all of what we're about to go through and what they're about to go through. Because basically the traps are going to fall back on them. Right? Go ahead.
This is Psalms 109 and 1. Call not thy peace, O Yahweh, the power of my praise.
Right, and so hold not the peace. The peace has not been held. Why? Because the prophets are on the highways and byways. All right, is that Proverbs 1 and 20, if I'm not mistaken? Isaiah 55 and 1?
He said, you know that money you got that on me? It's all good.
It says in verse 2, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me.
Right, and then what do? They constantly come on the news, and they come with some new story about Jake, and usually they got a beard now. Now they slowed down on the Hebrew Israelite thing, at least in the mainstream media, but they're always trying to make Jake, if you notice, man, they're slowly but surely making Jake the face of terror, the new face of terror. I watched that movie with Blake Lively called The Rhythm Section. The movie is actually pretty good with her and Jude Law. And so with all this stuff going on with Ishmael and all these different bombs and terror shit, why at the end of the movie, the dude who was behind it all, who was even over Ishmael in his own game, was a Jake with a beard. Right, exactly.
Right. It's a nigga in the cave.
It's right. So at the end of it, all these Ishmaelites are taking orders from a Jake with a beard, man. I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding me, man. At the end of the movie, the bad guy is Jake.
Right.
Jake is the terrorist running the whole network and shit.
Right. And
I'm
that's
like,
what
what the fuck is this shit, man? But it's true.
That's what they've been doing lately. They've been putting Jake in these movies to be the bad guy, like he masterminded some shit. Like this whole time, it was the black people. You guys are.
We thought it was the
joking.
Arabs, and the whole time,
Right.
The leader of Al Qaeda is some dude named Tyrone with a big ass
Right.
beard.
He learned how to make bombs out of ooze and ooze. It's jailhouse shit.
Man, Esau is so full of shit, man. But go ahead,
It
bro.
says, they have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compass me about also with words of hatred.
Like I watched that movie, The American Assassin. All right, and I'm listening to everything that they're saying. The CIA directive and the nigga woman who upholding all this Edomite shit. And I believe that sellout ass nigga woman is married to a damn Edomite in real life too. What's her name? Salai Latham or whatever her name is.
Yes, nah, like
Yeah, but But nevertheless, I'm listening to all the things that they're saying about these Muslim terrorists and those Arab dudes, and I'm thinking to myself, nobody's committed more heinous and criminal terroristic acts than the so-called white man. And so basically, I'm like, who are you to point the finger at somebody else for doing a terroristic type activity? I'm like, dude, have you read your history? How you not only how did you get America, but how did you get every damn place that you had? Through terroristic acts, man. You came in with guns, shot people up, poisoned people, murdered people, and took other people's shit and then stuck your flag on it.
Hey, Ken O'Keefe exposed that ISIS.
You talking about that former Marine?
Yeah, and he Jake too. Ken O'Keefe. Yeah, that dude's Jake. Ken O'Keefe, he said, look, man, ISIS, Israeli secret intelligence agency, man. Okay?
Yeah.
They said they never.
He also mentioned how they never, ISIS, all this fighting ISIS, and they never attacked anything with Israel, ever.
Never even shot up one bullet to us.
I'm like, wait a minute, but Iran haven't either, but yet, but Iran gets accused of this and that and this,
Right.
and they can talk about how ISIS are terrorists. I thought all terrorists were against American and Israelis. Why are you right over there next to Israel, never attack Israel? That never makes sense to me. So why is ISIS in Syria and not in Israel? What's the split of, huh? It makes no sense, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is a quick one. John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. All right, and going back to what the elder was saying, Esau's track record speaks for itself, man. This guy goes everywhere and steals, kills, and destroys. All right? Hey, but Yahushua is coming back to do what, all right? To bring order, all right? To bring justice to this earth. And he's going to save his elect, man. And they're going to have things more abundantly. The nation of Israel is going to be, man.
It's gonna make it's gonna make the Taj Mahal look like a burnt out project ghetto.
Yeah.
Man. That's what it's gonna make it look like, man.
You know? And the Lord's got wonderful, wonderful things coming for us, man, that we can't even put into words. You know? And I'm gonna go back to Psalms 109.
Go ahead, brother.
This is back in Psalms 109 and 3. They compassed me about also with words of hatred and fought against me without a cause.
Come on, man. They fight against us without a cause. Still to this day. Read.
Verse 4, for my love, they are my adversaries, but I give myself unto prayer. And they have rewarded me evil for good, and hatred for my love. And that's what Esau does, all right? You try to do anything good, and somehow he's going to give you some wicked reward, man.
Then they give you hatred
You know?
for our love, because we're showing love to our people when we give them their true history. All right? When you, you know, you got a child that's been brought up and taught nothing but lies, and then someone comes along and teaches them the truth. That's showing them love. But when we give our love, what do they give? They give us hate. Oh, that's hate speech. You call it because we reveal true history, the meaning of words, all the words that you change with your new speak. All right, all the things that you covered up and hid, the truth about Europe and who the true Europeans are, we bring out the truth, and all of a sudden it's hate speech. Get the hell out of here, man. Read.
And it says in verse 6 now, it says, set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his...
Salakia, man, that just looked weird. The dude walking down the street with a bump in his head, man. These people out here nuts, man. He got the front end of his car just cruising down the street, man. Like, what, he pretending he driving? What? Salakia, go ahead, brother. That's just
read
so
that
odd.
again.
You don't see shit like that every day.
This is Psalms 109 and 7. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin.
Right, so Esau's prayers become a sin, man. The accuser of our brother. Right? Because they constantly accuse him. But look what's happening to their kingdom, man. Look what's happening to their economy. All right?
Yep. And when he gets judged, we don't want him to get any mercy, man, because of what? It's according to James, what, that 2 and 13? It says, he that showeth no mercy shall get no mercy, man. This man hasn't shown an ounce of mercy to our people, man. All right? And when he shows quote-unquote love and goodness, he has an ulterior motive, man.
That's right.
All right? You know,
Said-
it's like going on.
No.
I was gonna say, like when they like pass out like food, what they pass out pork, right? And really, that's
But it
wicked
just sucks
right there.
because those
All right, making our people go off eating that
Yeah, all the
abominable
Christians
food. Yup.
down there on Van Buren
Yup.
used to
Made
come
me
out there
think
and
of
set
that,
up those tables. And what would they do? Feed Jake pork hot dogs, man.
Yep.
Talking about Jesus love you.
And they're only doing that because what they get a tax break at the end of the day, man.
Con, that's what it's all about. And secondly, they want to keep our people in sin, keep us because they don't
Yep.
want them. And here you are, over here preaching the false name of Jesus and preaching Cesare bullshit in the middle of the Lord, 30 feet away from you, 50 feet away from you with the truth. And then you got our people lining up to get pork hot dogs. All right, selling them on Cesare. So that's that hate. They gave us hate for our love. Continue.
This is Psalms 109 and 8. Let his days be few, and let another take his
And
office.
so now his time is coming short, and another will take his office, because once again the Lord is picking them apart brick by brick, little by little, man. And that's sped up because here in America and around the world, their birth rates are so low that they're past the point of replenishment levels now, man. And especially when you include the who knows how many millions of them have died from the opioids, because only 22 states reported, and over the last 21 years, they said 44 million have died from opioids here in America, which is probably about 99% Edomites. All right, so out of that 99%, out of that 44 million, that's only the reports coming from 22 out of 50 states. So they're not so imagine how much it really is.
And then, what is
So they really are done when they're talking about and then look, and what do? They push career. They push money. They push their career, and they don't push family and family values among Edom and their women, man. And then with all this independent bullshit, and then no one wants to have children or babies, and so their family levels are really, really low, man.
It's a setup.
And so now it's a total, and now it's reversing on. Now now you got these European countries trying to pay Edomites to come there and to have babies. And Edomites don't want to have babies because they don't want, most men, the women don't want to have babies because they're selfish. All right, they're into their careers. They want to wait till they're 30, 38, 39, 40 something years old, start trying to have families. Then they're doing in vitro, and then the men don't want to have children because they don't want to get taken to the cleaners through the family court. You know, when white men, they see what's happening, they start to get caught up in that shit, and they seeing what happened to their older brothers and uncles and the men before them, and then the younger cats are like, fuck that.
It's like,
Dude, they all give vasectomies and shit, man. They ain't trying to have no babies. They like, yeah. They give vasectomies, and what they do is they give the smart ones. What they do, man, is they'll well, they call themselves smart. They'll get a vasectomy and try to save some of their nut in case they want to have a baby later on. But they ain't trying to get caught up by these bitches out here. And the flip side of it, you can't blame them, man, because you can't. The courts don't give you no justice, man. They'll bleed the man dry, man, make you a criminal, and they'll throw you in jail like you a hardened criminal, been out here shooting and stabbing people. When a man can't don't make enough money on his job to where he can support himself, still take care of himself, and got to take care of some trifling woman who got 5 other kids by 5 other dudes any damn way, man.
Hey, Saquon, you remember those 2 chicks that went to the sperm donor, right? And they fucking sued the fucking sperm donor.
Yes, yeah, and that goes to show you how this place is so
Real
fucking
talk.
corrupt, man. No, it's real talk. 2 dykes went and bought some nut from a nut store, all right? Got it pregnant, and then when they fell on hard times and couldn't take care of the baby, they went and took the sperm donor, the dude who beat off into a cup and sold it to that place. They went and got that dude jacked up on
I'll
now
be
that dude
damned.
paying child support for a child.
This nigga went to a sperm bank.
It's like, damn, it's like, are you serious? And the damn judge awarded them the shit, man. Hey, man, this place is, man, come on,
I
man.
got some script up. This is Psalm, Slaki. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. And it reads, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
There you go, man. Woe unto them, man. Destruction coming to them for that wickedness. That's the problem, because The American court system is about making money, man. Point blank, period. It's a racket. The family court law is all a racket. Same thing as the books for the colleges and the schools, man. It's all a racket, man, to make money. They don't care. They don't care about the children. Like they, matter of fact, within their own Title 4D laws, it even states that child support Title 4D was never intended for the children. It was intended for the state. They tell you that right in their own statements, man. So it's all so the state can get money, man.
I got another one.
Go ahead, brother.
Habakkuk 1 and 4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked doeth compass about the righteous.
Right.
Therefore wrong judgment proceeded.
Wrong judgment proceedeth, man. Because if they cared about children, they wouldn't straight up chemtrails in the sky. They wouldn't inoculate them with all these diseases, with all these shots that fuck with their development and their brain development, man. All right. If they cared about the kids, matter of fact, only thing they want to do with kids is go up in their booty hole when they like 5 years old, man, and get some damn sexual magic.
And they do.
With all this perversion, all these Jeffrey Epstein type motherfuckers. That's why they killed him, because he was about to expose too many high level people, man, in high places. So they had to make him. They bodied him, man.
Then you got Amalek sucking baby dick in plain sight. Nobody's saying nothing. Like, right? Well, it's a tradition.
What tradition?
Hey, what the fuck? Where is
not
that
in this
at?
book.
You know?
Not in this book.
We have
Not
to
in the
suck
book.
the dick.
Right. Exactly. No, that's what we do. We suck the baby dick. You turn this? The baby can't defend
You're
himself,
right.
man.
It's crying. It's up with an old ass face just at you.
Right.
What the fuck?
Fucking girls, man.
Amalek is your big ass. You came into the world, and the first thing they do to your fucking ass is goddamn old ass fucking Edomite. Amalekite is giving you a blowjob, bro.
This shit ain't.
God forbid you remember this shit.
Something ain't
Like,
God,
hey,
man.
it's got to be said. Something needs to be said about that, because that
Then you
is
get
not
herpes.
right, man. That's. Can you even begin to add up the wrongs that's in that? It's just, yeah, man. But that's what we're dealing with, man.
Plain sight,
That's
though.
what we in plain sight.
Not at night. At least the Catholics, they trying to hide this shit. You go,
Exactly. At least the priest, right? They try to hide it, man.
Yeah.
Amalek doing it in plain sight.
right, like, this is what we do. It's called the brisk. I had a chick on fucking social media tell me that,
Isaiah
right?
34 and 16.
Salakia. I had a chick on social media actually say that. I posted the picture. I said this is what do you call it?
It's
Pedophilia
pedophilia and it's sadistic.
in plain sight. And she said, I don't understand where you're coming from. It's called a brisk. I said it's pedophilia in plain sight. That's where I'm coming from, motherfucker.
In plain sight.
But it's a brisk.
And,
Like,
and, 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 and what, so
He said
where-
sucking his dick.
Matter of fact, go to the Blue Letter Bible,
Right.
right? And I want you to look up the word brisk
Okay.
and see what the Blue Letter Bible says. Read the Isaiah 34:16 Bible.
This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. And it reads, Seek ye out of the book of the Lord, and read. No one of these shall fail.
None of these shall fail. None of the prophecies, man. Go ahead.
None shall want her mate.
There is no mate. There is no other book to go with the Holy Bible, man. And the book that is of the law, the statutes and commandments, and the way of life for Jacob and his seed is the King James 1611 Bible. No other book. No. So not the book of the Talmud, the book of the Egyptian dead. None of none of that shit. The false book of Enoch that's floating around. The false book of Jasher that's floating around. All right. Just the KJV, man. None shall want her mate. There is no other book to go with her, man. So what did it say on the search of that? Please put it before the camera.
Then, let's go to it.
Put up a little bit.
All right. Tell me when you can see it.
Yep.
There are no concordance results for brisk in the KJV.
So there you go, man. It doesn't exist. So they made it up. So like you said, it's pedophilia in plain sight. All right? Sucking on a baby's rod who just got here. They can't even do nothing but cry. Go ahead, brother.
It says, from my mouth he had commanded, and his spirit, it's like in his spirit, he had gathered them.
All right? So the Lord gave what's gathered him? The spirit of the word, man. And so the commandments that we're to follow are written in this book that the brothers hold it right before us, man. Not some other book, man. You can't go to some other source to find the truth. All right? Anybody going to another book, that's an indication that that's a doctrine of men.
Yep.
That you being taught the doctrines of men, and the Talmud is a doctrine of men.
Yep.
It is not of the Holy Scriptures, man. And it go to show you how E is so full of shit. Christians know that, man. But yet, because they're so racist in their heart, they don't come against Amalek. Besides, Amalek rules over them. He rules over their banks, their media, and everything, man.
You can't even say J. Anything.
You know, right? You can't.
J.
Right?
walks through the park.
So they don't come against Amalek, even though Amalek is directly, even in his book says some of the most heinous things about their so-called beloved Jesus Christ. All right? It's directly, it says horrible things about the Lord and his mother, man. All right? That book. And it's outright pedophilia in it too, because it talks about how sex with a child before 3 is okay or some shit like
It
that.
says it's like it's pricking the eye, like poking somebody in the eye.
You know?
Which is where they get that the eye, the so-called eye of Horus, which is really them poking the eye, which is what they call it.
Right, the eye
which is the
hole
brown eye.
is really a booty hole.
Yeah.
Man, we got this Psalms 10. I'm gonna start at 2. It says, "The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in their devices that they have imagined." Yep.
So their own devices that they have imagined, man. The same way that Haman and his family and his people were hung on the gallows which he built to hang Jake, man. The same thing's gonna happen. And when you read that Psalms 109, man, that's one of my favorite chapters, man, because it goes heavy into that. How the Lord is gonna reverse everything and put it back on them, man.
And it says, verse 3, "For the wicked boasted of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth." And that's what Esau does, man, okay? And it says, verse 4, "The wicked thought," wicked through...
Esau's a covetous man.
Nope.
All right? He wants your land, your property, your heritage, your earnings, your wages. Well, you know, your small underage children.
He wants you, like your identity.
Come.
Sick. Fuck, man.
It says they consult only to cast him down from his excellence. Only reason why they get together, only reason why you gonna see Esau is if you got something you want.
Yeah.
That's the only why you ain't gonna see his face other than that. You'll be in your third world country, starving to death after they done sent that hitman, and you'll never see the motherfucker. We gonna come see you when we wanna take something from you. That's what you
Pretty much.
Yeah.
When they show up with their books and their aid for this and aid for that, that's all a cover, man. That's like you said, it's a tax write-off to make them look legitimate to everybody else. Oh, look how they're helping them. But no, they're over there recruiting for something wicked. They want your blood, your DNA, your resources, your something. They want something from you, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4, it says, "The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High."
Nope.
The Most High is not in all his thoughts.
And this is true. They're not seeking after the Most High because the Bible plainly and clearly just gives you in English or whatever language you're reading, it plainly and clearly describes the Lord, it describes the Father, it describes the angels, and it describes the Israelites. But they're not seeking after him. Why? Because all their projections of the Lord is opposite of what the Bible says, man. The complete opposite. Pale flesh with stringy hair.
Verse
Every cartoon, all the literature, every movie, 95% of the characters are gonna be pale with stringy hair. The complete opposite of the melanated skin with woolly type hair, as the Bible describes clearly. Go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, "His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight." All right, and that's Esau, man. All his ways are grievous. Because it says, what is it, I think in Proverbs, "The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel," man.
Yeah.
This man is just a demonic force, okay? All he knows is blood, man. All right? And that's why I said it, I think in Ezekiel the 35th chapter, hey, since you basically love blood, blood is going to pursue you, man.
Yes, it is.
Roughly paraphrasing it, all right? You see, all these things that Esau has done to this world, man, it's going to come upon his own head, man. The Lord's about to give him that judgment, that great, terrible judgment, all right?
He said, they that spoil shall be, those that spoil these shall be spoiled.
That's right. And it says, "As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them." All right, and then he's got that pride on him,
Yeah,
man.
he beat his chest, man. How could you ever forget when Donald Trump bumped through all those dignitaries
Yup.
and then popped his collar?
More stealth than his fellows.
Right, he bumped through all of them, man, and got up to the front, pushed past them rudely, bumping everybody, got up front, popped his collar. I was like, this nigga here, boy, Trump.
Oh shit. I'm gonna read 2 more. It says, he has said in his heart, I shall never be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And then that's Esau's pride right there, all right? And what is it saying? Obadiah 1 and 3. Your pride has deceived you, okay? These people think their houses are going to continue forever, that they're going to continue from generation to generation. Hey, but the Lord is about to, come in and take them crowns, man.
Hey, tell that to the
run that
farmers
shit.
that's offering themselves, man.
Yup.
All right, giving up their farming. It ain't land. Look, all that land, all that stolen land, all that land that was given to you, which belonged to my people. All right, like my family came over here and they had nothing. Yeah, and then all of a sudden the U.S. government gave them all kind of land just because of what they look like, and pushed the inhabitants off the land, my people. All right,
far away,
but now, right, and pushes on the reservations and shit. But
The worst places in the U.S. and deserts and shit.
where nothing grows, nothing to hunt, and nothing to grow, man. All
What's
right,
the name of that movie you posted? Far and Away.
con.
With
That's
Nicole
with
Kidman.
Nicole Kidman and
Right. When I was
and Tom Cruise.
when I was a shorty, they had the music playing and stuff. Like, it was like a happy. I didn't know.
Yeah,
It's
they
slaughtering
were-
my
they
people.
were slaughtering your people. And taking a land.
Whimsical ass music.
Right, all you have to do is run out there and plant your flag. Right, and you have however many acres they just gave you, man. And
think it's just a love
and they were
story.
able to pass that on from generation to generation to now. And when you're driving out in the middle of nowhere and you passing all those gated fields along the highway with all those gates up, and it just goes for miles and miles and miles, that's those very lands that they gave away, man. All right? And guess what? All them plants and weeds that they grow in there, all those plants and weeds in most cases are medicine. The same medicine, and they'll take those plants and weeds and put a portion of the righteous stuff in the medicines in the pharmacy and then use the rest for their witchcraft. All right? All those trees and fields, they using that shit, man. And that's the problem. That's why populations of people are bunched into gigantic cities, man.
Psalms 10 and 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And that's Esau, man. Hey, of course, his blessing was the sword, right? According to Genesis, the 27th chapter. Hey, but another reason why this man got into power is because of that tongue, man. With all these lies, setting up these laws, all right? Committing fraud,
He put laws in place that uplifted him and him only. And he put laws in place that clearly and outwardly oppressed Jacob. And all these Edomites walking around today, man. And now you got that guilt. They call it what, the Edomite, the white guilt.
Yeah.
But they walking around today proud on stolen land, man. On shit that was not theirs. And proud. Have no problem. All right. Yeah. Well. I had one ish tell me, well, we won the war. We won it fair and square. And you know what I told her? I told her I'm glad that you said that because the Lord's going to take it back and you're going to lose. And so when he takes it back and you get put on the bottom, that's going to be fair and square. And then her bottom lip just started quivering. I said, yeah, okay, I'm cool with that. But when the Lord does the reverse, just remember he took it back fair and square. He's going to beat you fair and square. Right? And then she was like, her lip just started shaking, man.
That shit had a convulsion. She had a nerve.
Because I let her own words condemn her. I said, yeah, you're right, I agree. But the Lord's going to do the very opposite. He's going to do the same to you. So then what then?
Manifest destiny.
Your lip gonna really be quivering in the kingdom, goddamn.
Oh, yeah.
My
Brings
lord.
it out. Hey, they always talk about manifest destiny, but they never talk about part 2, man.
Yeah.
No?
The sequel's better than this time. The sequel's better than the first one. Not a lot of movies can do that. Can claim that. This one can.
Yep.
What you got?
This is Psalms chapter 75, verse 7. And it says, but Yahweh is the judge. He said it, He put up down one and set it up another. And that's what the Lord Yahweh is going to do, man. All right, he's going to put down Esau, man. Because what he have done, man, he built these towns and these cities by blood, man. He have a blood debt, man. Okay? Everything that he has done, man, is fucking wicked, man.
But what he did to know that Nebuchadnezzar, he said, I'm going to turn you to a beast until you know Yahweh Shem Yahushua rules in the kingdom.
They get up, man. And the other one, he won't leave it to another one.
This is what was it, 3 and 1 you said?
Yeah, I believe. Covenant will take his cities by.
Woe to the bloody city. I'll start you off.
Yeah, that one.
This is Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
Right. So, in every place that he took, if he's not there physically, he leaves an emissary there, man.
Yep.
All right. He leaves an emissary. All right.
Oh, yeah.
It says, verse 2, the noise of a whip and the noise of a rattling of the wheels and the prancing horses and the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses.
Oh yeah, they got a debt to pay, man. The Lord gonna get them, man.
Yup.
Just like when Daniel told those two wicked Israelites, man, that the angel standing by waiting to cut you in two. All right? When you read the story of Susanna, man, you Edomites about to get cut down like Samuel did Agag, man. Hewed his ass in pieces, man.
He's going to tell you.
And you literally are going to get hewed in pieces.
Right.
Some of you, many of you. All right? Hey, Yahweh promised these birds a great feast, man. All right? If the birds had hands, they'll be doing this.
Birdman hand roll.
You gonna see the little birds putting on their napkins, popping them out. Right.
Little bibs.
Yeah, they little bibs, man, because they get ready to go to town, boy.
It's going to tell you why that these things are going to happen. Verse 4, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that sell nations through her whoredoms
And nations through their whoredoms, you call that that's that democracy. That's that democracy, man, that effeminizes men and emasculates women, man. Right? And then creates the gender benders. All that weirdness.
and families through her witchcrafts.
It says surely
You could also get that one. They take fields by violence, and then have to get that.
I still got that Daniel 7.
Yeah, let me get this first.
Habakkuk chapter, or no, Micah. This is Micah chapter 2. I'm going to start at 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their
They
hand.
do it simply because they can. So for no other reason. What did my man Luther and the Warriors say? I just like doing things like that. You know? He asked me, he said, dude, why'd you do it, man?
Yep.
So I just like doing things like that. It's like, damn, so you just shot a dude just because guns?
Right. He's about to unite all of us.
Right.
He's about to take over the whole city. He just fucked it
We
all
always
up.
gonna get paid.
Yeah. It always happens like that. Blood in, blood out. You had the fucking Edomite, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom was trying to take down Esau in the jail.
Huh.
He infiltrated them because he was a terror and shit.
Yeah.
And then fucked everything up, man. It's even, servant in the garden.
Huh.
Verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
That is his, what is it called? Modus apparatus?
Yep.
That is his MO, man. That's his MO to the T.
Verse,
Right?
verse 3. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, and this is the manifest destiny part 2 right here. It's going to explain. Behold, it says, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go heartily, for this time is evil.
That's right. You will not skip off into the sunset.
Fucking John Wayne, this ride, it's a fistful of dollars and shit. You just shot up the whole town. You know, ride off with a poncho on and shit.
And you're not going to be able to plead, all right? You're not going to be able to bitch about it, because like in, what was that, in the book of Genesis, I think the 4th chapter with Cain, you know, he cried about, you know, that judgment, all right? And so the Lord, he gave him that mark, but the Lord said, hey, let no man touch Cain, all right? And that's ultimately because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has reserved the wicked for the day of evil, man.
God, man, you put your hands on Esau right now, man. The Lord put a covering over this people, man. That's how they got dominion and got the rule, man. Go ahead and get that up, that one in Daniel.
This is Daniel chapter 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Right, so there's never been any kingdom in the history of the world that was taken or built up or going down peacefully. So the same thing with the kingdom of heaven. When the Lord comes back, it's going to be very violent, man. It's not going to be like they lied to you in church. The Lord said he's coming back with a sword, man. He didn't say he was coming back to hand out high fives, lollipops, and kisses. All right? That's not how it's throwing out flowers. That's not how it's going to happen. The Lord's going to come back and wreck shit, man. All right? With angelic spiritual power and anger. A lot of anger. All right?
And possess the kingdom forever.
But for a little while,
Even forever and ever.
forever, man. So when the Lord, and so guess what, so-called white man, when the Lord puts us on top, we stand on top forever. Just like your comedian said. What did that comedian said? They're gonna hold us down and fuck. Well, we ain't gonna do the fucking the ass part.
Some CK.
But we
Louis
are
CK.
but we are gonna hold you down for fucking ever, man.
That's that scripture.
But for now, we is about up, man. You know how basically you there at the part of the ride on the roller
Right.
coaster when it's starting to slow down, and guess what? When you get off the roller coaster exit, you getting off and exiting right in the fucking chains, man.
Yep.
That's what's about to happen. That's where you are. You've been on this roller coaster ride of rulership and having fun and treating people wrong with all your wicked devices, your wicked oppressive laws, and now you done felt them air brakes and that ride slowing down, right? That's where you are, man. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful, man.
Hey, Elder, they had this one Freddy Krueger movie, and the fucking the ride, they was on the ride, and the fucking shit was broken. It was broke at the end. So you going and you look and you see the shit. What do you say? The bridge is out. What's that? The bridge is out. What's that? True Lies. When they was driving and the bridge was over and shit. That's what it said. The Lord appointed your bounds that you cannot pass. It's the end to your shit. You know, every kingdom in the scriptures had a time to rule, man. In the end, there's only one kingdom that's promised forever, and that's the one we're trying to get to, you know.
I got a quick one. Revelation 18 and 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea,
I
saying,
think angels are hitting niggas in the heads with rocks, man. Cause he's down. It's an emergency vehicle pulling up to every
Shit, I didn't see that one.
yeah. Just like damn. All that noise is to go right there. It's lock here, brother. Go
It
ahead.
says, thus say, it's like it says, and cast into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down,
Right.
and shall be found no more at all.
So there you go, man. That great city, Babylon the Great. We're not talking about ancient Babylon. We're talking about this Babylon, man. Babylon the Great, man.
That's right.
And they always say that there's no greater nation on the planet in history than America. How could that not be written in the Bible?
Yep.
All right? How could it not be? If everything else is in all the history of everything else is in the Bible, how could America not be, man? You gotta be kidding me. Yes, it is very much in the Bible, and it is the greatest kingdom, and it is Babylon and Rome and Egypt all over again. Because of why? Because it's basically they got through America got dominion over the whole earth, man. This just happened to be the head place. All right,
Spiritually Sodom in Egypt.
come.
Hey, it's like if you what was that? Austin Powers.
And now you're Britain, your mother has separated from you.
Yep.
Because she's embarrassed, she's shamed.
Beautiful.
Your
toes
mother
breaking.
shall hate thee. Your mother, right. Somebody in fact get that real quick, man.
That mother be so confounded.
Yeah, when they mother is upset, you know?
Shit, you got that charger?
I got you.
Toss me.
Your brother's got a charge? Tell me what got a charge.
Sword, not doors. They be doing that on purpose. This is Jeremiah 50 and 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded.
Right, the mother is sore confounded, man. And that's your Brexit right there in the Bible, man. Because America was born out of Britain. All right, America was born right out of Britain, and now Britain is ashamed of this place and separated from it.
I got a cord.
All right,
He goes. He don't have it.
Sir. She that bear you shall be ashamed.
she that bear you
Hold on, I think I
shall be ashamed, man. They don't want to have nothing to do with you, man.
Well, it's already almost time to leave. Anyways, hopefully that lasts.
She,
Go ahead.
I'm slacking. The hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness and a dry land and a desert.
Yeah, I just found my portable charger. I forgot to bring it.
Well,
Damn,
it's
that
dry
was
in the
spirit.
desert because there's no product moving nowhere with China being shut down.
And like the elder out of New York said, that even the American rag is made in China. You know? Hey, and what did Apostle Tahai, he brought out that the seas are the new ends. And welcome, that's what Freddy Krueger says when you come. He's like, welcome to my world. You know? Hey, like the elder was saying, man, how can America not be in the Bible? It's just like that movie Austin Powers, when dude came in with that big ass mole on his face. He's like, mole, mole, mole. Like, you know what I'm saying? How can you not see
Right,
it?
he
It's
was
like,
trying not to.
it's like, it's like,
You know?
it's blatant, right? You know? And the Lord called us an eyesore. He said, the eyes of the Lord is upon the simple king. He looking at this big this is a big eyesore. Everybody point to this motherfucker, man. Because, hey, like the elder out in New York said, man, everybody's gonna know that their financial woes come from America, man. Everybody knows.
Well, and the proof to that is all the uprisings that are all over the place, man.
That's right.
All those uprisings in all these foreign lands, man, are directly connected to their policies, their connection
We should
to
be
America.
able to last until.
And the same things are going to happen. The only reason it's happening here last is because America controls and printed its own money. That's the only reason why it hasn't happened here already. But you best believe they're gonna tap into those pensions, man. All you people who got your little 401ks and got your pension, think you get ready to ride it out till you check out? No, man. No, you thought you was ready to ride it out till you check out? Your ass get ready to go work at Burger King with a bunch of rude ass youth.
At 65.
65, 70 years old, man. Bunch of rude ass young niggas with their pants sagging. Every time you turn around, you looking at ass crack and Fruit of the Loom.
Shit stinks.
You know? That's what it is, man. You gotta listen to all that hippity hop. And it ain't even listening to hippity. I don't even know what you call this shit now.
That fucking mumble rap.
That mumble rap,
That
right,
drug
man.
rap, man. I don't even know.
That bounce shit. Everybody, it's like, what the fuck is this shit, man? Really? It's like everybody do the same shit, man. What the fuck is that shit, man? And at the end of it, hey, what? And y'all, what?
Y'all niggas gonna die doing
Weak
the
ass
electric
niggas,
slide.
man.
Slide to the boom. This is
Right.
crisscross. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Missiles in there.
That's right. Crisscross to this, nigga. When that dance floor collapses, your ass get blown out the window. Shit, go ahead, brother.
It's Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh.
Yeah, man. They're not. Hey, nobody's seeking for Yahweh except for the elect, man. And you know what? That makes us feel good because that just ups our chances, man. All right. That makes so the more you people reject the truth, the better off it is for us because that makes you the majority of the 2/3. and gives us better chances at being of the 1/3, the Lord's elect.
Remember the Yaya Man? Trilogy of Terror? There's this fucking creature called the Yaya Man. Google it. Anyway.
See that bitch look like that?
It's like, you guys see that? Anyway,
Oh, you talking about that little midget thing that run around with the
chasing the white lady through the
Yeah,
house.
that
and
thing.
shit.
That's what he was called. The
The
Yaya
Yaya
Man.
Man, bro. Yeah. Trilogy
Little
of
mean
Terror.
ass thing. She threw him in, right, and she thought she killed him. She threw him in the microwave, and then he possessed her.
Right.
So at the end, she was acting like him.
Yeah.
She was sitting at the door waiting for her husband. Yeah. That shit was bugged out, man.
Lil Wayne looking motherfucker.
Yeah, he did look like Lil Wayne. I bet you that little nigga could rap and was doing this shit.
That nigga was in there spitting.
Wicked ass thing. Yaya man.
That nigga spitting. It's Isaiah 31. I'm gonna read it again. It's Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh.
Yeah, because with all your power, man, all your greatness, your military has no chance against those chariots, against those cloaking chariots that can move as fast as the speed of light, faster than the speed of sound, right? And change direction on the dime, man. Manipulate the elements, man, right? And create nuclear blasts out of nothing.
Yep.
They don't need technology and plutonium and suits and big ass factories and all that shit. They can just do it. Right? And this is the force that you up against, man. Hey, like in that video I did a couple weeks back, man. Hey, that whole video starting at like the about 2.5 minute mark. You saw nothing but the chariots dancing. I went back and watched it today and turned the sound off and just was watching the chariot. It was crazy, man. The way they were appearing and reappearing and changing and expanding, and it was nuts. Did you see it? Yeah, man. I was like, whoa, man, that was heavy, man. And I didn't even know it, man. It was a brother you know how you get the message from the comments? And I looked at his comment, then I went back and watched the video. I was like, damn. Because I was so heavy into the lesson, I wasn't looking out to the heavens, through the trees. I was reading the scriptures, man.
The Lord's watching, man.
Yeah, the Lord is watching, man. And the crazy thing is, as soon as I turned the camera on, there was 2 of them sitting right down alone. I turned the camera on, they just appeared. And then I remember adjusting the camera, and one was out of sight, and then that one that it was on turned into like 8 or 9, and they just started moving around the whole time. And then they formed back into one big one, and then all of a sudden on the far side of the screen, one just appeared towards the end of the video. It appeared, stayed on for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then went back off, man. And, hey, and the chariots let themselves be known, man, right there in that video. Go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna jump down to 3. This is Isaiah 31:3. Now the Egyptians are men and not Yahweh, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, which is Yahweh Shai, and he's coming on that fathership, you know. Both them that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down. Right? Because all these nations, as it says in the scriptures, they're gonna gather together when the Lord comes.
Yep. Isaiah the 13th chapter. I mean, 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. That the Lord's just going to annihilate them, man. Turn them to power. There's going to be nothing left. Go ahead.
And they all shall fail together. The scripture says how the earth faileth when it filleth the fire.
Hey, like that, we shall all burn together, man.
Yeah.
That Ed Sheeran song.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said we all should face the fire together, something like that.
I see fire.
Yeah, that dude's a
Straight
Jake, though.
Jake,
Yeah, that dude a Jake, man. He's an Israelite. But that song raw as fuck, but it's telling you the story of Esau's destruction, man. They all gonna face the fire together, man. Eventually, ain't nothing they gonna do.
I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Damn.
And the scripture say melt them. They gonna melt like it says like water's gonna
well, he is gonna stop the world. They are gonna melt. Yeah.
Right.
You know.
You know? Yeah. The Lord gonna stop the world and melt you like a snail, man. You know, the scriptures use that analogy, like when you pour salt on a snail, you know.
Which is a cruel ass thing, man. Because I heard about it before I ever saw it, man. And then I actually saw it happen. It's like, damn. It's bogus as fuck, man. It really is. Cruel shit to do to a snail, man. Snail ain't did shit to you, man.
Yeah. But it's still a good analogy for your ass getting cooked, because that's how you gonna look. Because this shit, the snail starts turning to mush when the fucking, you know, starts. Yeah, because it's mostly made out of gelatin, you know, secretions, you know. And that's how you gonna look, goddamn, when the Lord melts
Yeah,
your
it just
ass.
looks like it looks just like spit on the
Yeah.
like spit on the sidewalk by the time it's done, man.
Oh, it's another scripture says, I shall leave you there and melt you. The Lord said, I shall thoroughly purge away thy dross.
It says in Zechariah 14 and 14 and 12. Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Hey, that's on your tongue gonna consume away in your mouth the same way that snail dried up on that sucker anyway. Your eye sockets, you know, you gonna get that what was her name? Sarah Connor. That Sarah Connor death, man. That's what's coming for Babylon. So with that, man, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash,
Wa abad babal.
Abba Babal.